We are live. I have good internet now. Did I tell you? I have 300 megabits, so my internet shouldn't be messy or anything anymore. Yeah, even on this, it's doing better. 300 megabits, so or anything anymore.
I haven't got a clue what mine is, but it's quite high up because we need it for both.
I have good internet now. Did I tell you? I have. I'm sorry. I need to. So why did this not go over? Overview. Okay. You can start sharing. I see two people watching. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ying Yang Show with me and Indigo. We have been missing for probably 2 or 3 weeks. We've been missing for.
It's been about. I think it's about 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks maybe, because I think you were unwell, I was unwell, and then I had commitments last week.
Good morning, Sheila. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Hillary. Hillary saying that her account locked her out.
Oh no! I had Sorry to hear that.
Alrighty, so we have shared out. We have done what we are doing.
I'm just trying to find the share so I can share it myself.
Why am I not seeing these comments? Good morning, Sarah. How are you doing? Somebody said they saw Ying Yang and had to join. Where is that? Who said that?
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not seeing that name. Oh, Sheila said she saw Ying Yang and she had to join. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Sheila.
Guys. Oops. I need to go get something, my incense just a bit. I will be back.
All right, let's just see whether I don't know whether I can link it to my page, but let's see what we can do. Oh, it's mad, isn't it, when you hear yourself again? I can't see any comments right now, so just give me a moment. I'm not ignoring everyone.
I have to go get my incense because you guys know that I don't do energy work before I get the energies clear. So while Indigo is what is on my
I'm doing whatever we're doing.
So while Indigo is sorting her comments and all and sharing, I am gonna go ahead. Good morning, hi Sheila.
Hello people on my page, Indigo's Oracles. Wow, nice to see you here. I'm just gonna see if I can. Oh, I can see the chat. How exciting! Hi Wendy Gawley. Hi Nikki Gherkin.
All right.
Oh my gosh, it's so lovely to see Facebook. Oh no, there's a Facebook user. You must put your name at the end if you're on a group, please.
All right, so let us go ahead and get the energies clear with the smoke. I cleanse this place. I banish negativity, every single trace. Let the light of the divine fill the sacred space. Only love, joy, and peace shall it embrace. With this smoke, I cleanse this place. I banish negativity, every single trace. Let the light of the divine fill the sacred space. Only love, joy, and peace shall it embrace. Ooh. Alrighty, guys. So today is a full moon in Leo. Happy full moon in Leo. And with that being said, yesterday I had so much fun. If anyone was on here yesterday was crazy, Indigo. I did a live yesterday and it was like, wow. So I'm going to be continuing with these cards today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sounding a little bit hoarse.
Me too.
My allergies.
Gang. I've got a sore throat too.
Oh, sorry. My light wasn't on me. How crazy of
This is
me.
going to be the end of my readings for today, folks. So going to have a bit of a rest this evening. Do some seamstressing. That's what I do on a Wednesday night. Seamstressing. Right.
Alrighty, so what are we gonna use? You know what? Throw up some full moons. Throw up some full moons,
Yeah, throw up
and
some full moons. Brilliant
I
idea. Hi,
will.
Nikki again. Nice to see you. Nice to
I will
see
pull
you.
a card for someone whose full moon calls to me. So, full moons, full moons, full moons. Put up some full moons.
Full moon, you see me standing alone.
All right, so let us see. Drop some full moons,
I can't
guys.
even comment on my own post. What is going on? What is going on? No.
Go ahead and comment some full moons. That's what we are using for the first set of
That would be
cards.
lovely.
So
I'll
once
let
you
Lloyd
comment,
start because I've just got someone who's trying to get in to meet us, and I've just sent him the link. Hopefully, it's all full moon image in my mind. It's not really working.
yeah, we need to see an emoji.
Cheeky.
We need to see a full moon emoji. Oh, Sarah says the image is in her mind.
I know, it's funny.
All right,
it's
so let
really
us see
funny.
who is here. Oh, I need to see an emoji. Oh, Sarah said she couldn't find it. All right, so let me choose someone. Let me see who is here. Nikki Gherkin. We are going to pull a card for Nikki. And guys, once I select you for a reading, I'm going to highlight your name on the screen so we are aware of who we are reading for. All righty, so messages for Nikki. So messages for Nikki. What does Nikki need to... Oh, Nikki. Half the deck is coming out here for you. I wonder why. Alrighty, so what the... Nikki? The energies are... I can't get a card out.
Energy, so energetic.
Yeah, they're like...
I can't even say it.
Alrighty, so
Electric.
Nikki, what messages?
Cards are flying everywhere.
Yeah, they're flying everywhere. I couldn't get a card out. All right, so Nikki, you have the moon in Aries, and this is telling you, this has on here courage and believe in yourself. No, this is a start. There is something that you need to make a new start on, and it's like you lack the courage, and Spirit is saying to you, listen, it is time to start. It is time to go ahead. It is time to start. Like right now is the best time to go. Even when you feel like, you don't know how it's going to go. You don't know how it's going to work out. Remember that. We don't need to know all the answers. So I'm getting that, you may be trying to put everything in place, trying to have all the answers, trying to just have everything together before you start. And Spirit is saying, no, sometimes we don't need to know what's around the corner. Sometimes we need to let Spirit surprise us. We need to let life surprise us. But this is telling you to believe in yourself. And I'm getting a little bit of self-esteem hit here. So there are others around you who are trying to bring you down. Spirit is saying, don't listen to them. Do not listen to them. Listen to your own inner guidance. This is you right now. You're like these caterpillars, and you're going to blossom into a beautiful butterfly. You're going to turn into this beautiful butterfly, but you have to have courage. You have to have faith. You have to just do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. You just have to just go out there and just do it. Like, don't let anything hold you back. And the fact that this is a moon card, this is your emotions, this is your soul, this is what's going on inside of you. It's like your soul screaming at you, telling you, hey, hon, just go ahead, just start this. And Aries is a fire sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So you have all this fire energy here pushing you forward, telling you, go, go, go. Just answer the call, all right, hon?
Lovely. So I'm going to read cosmic reading cards, which I haven't used in a very, very long time. So it's going to be a nice experience for both of us.
Why do your cosmic reading cards look similar to my zodiac moon reading cards?
They're binaria. No, they're not the same. I
They
think
look for
it's
me. They look similar though.
it's possibly the fact it's the Milky Way or whatever it is behind it. Not the Milky Way, is it nebula? I will know. I will know. I don't know. Okay. All right. Here you go. Here you go, Nikki Gherkin. You have got 23 move forward now. That couldn't actually be the most connected card to what you've just said there, Loy. But there's a real feeling of a gentleman in this picture who's very much watching you. I do feel it's a fatherly figure, if not a father. And you can see around him, there's this lovely glow around the top of his head, which is just indicating to me that this figure is actually in the spirit world watching you. Now, I can see here, I don't know whether you can see, but with my psychic vision, I can see a perfect star
I
forming there
see it.
in
All
the
crazy. I
shape of
see
a
it.
star. Yeah, in the shape of a star. That for me is saying that whatever it is you're desiring to do, whatever it is you're going towards, the further away you get from this feeling of things from the past holding you back, the closer you are to your desire. Now, 23 in this situation, let me just see where we're going with this. I feel this is about I feel this is about the 2nd of March rather than the 23rd three number. And I want to say that there is something coming for you. There's an opportunity where someone's going to say, would you like to do this, Nikki? And I feel that obviously you need to make your own choice on it, but I feel that it's a very guided situation, and it will be a place where it's good to say yes, even if it's out of your comfort zone. Obviously only if it's safe. I'm not guiding you to go somewhere, do something that's reckless. But within this, the blue is all about communication. There's a lot of spirit energy around you, Nikki. And I don't know whether you sometimes, and I hope you don't mind me saying this in a public domain, I don't know whether sometimes you question your own mind of, is that spirit or is that me, or is that spirit, or am I sort of going a bit wrongly wired in my mind? These questions you can always ask myself, and I'm sure Loy would answer as well, in a private situation if you're concerned of any of that happening. Neither of us are doctors, but we can certainly tell you a spiritual understanding of what we feel's going on for you. But I do feel the moving forward is hugely important. This is the position of the East, so we're working towards the action. We're not quite there yet. It's about planning, it's about putting one foot in front of the other, and it's definitely about leaving your hometown or wherever it is you live, because I feel you don't venture much, and I feel there's so much you need to see and you would enjoy seeing. All right, lots and lots of love. I'm trying to meet my guides, and I keep asking loud and clear. Thing is with guides, all right, and I'm sorry to say this, but they will come in their own time. They will come when they're ready and when you're ready. Um, Asking them outright, we can't command spirit. We can only blend with them. We can only sit with them. And what I would say is your better bet, instead of asking them, is just sit in the power, sit in meditation every day if you can. I don't do it every day. I used to.
Me
Um,
either.
but
I
it's a
don't do
case of
every day
like,
either.
but if you want a quick journey, I used to I sat in circle for, I don't know, maybe 15 years or so until my guides actually made themselves present to me. But the thing is, it doesn't matter who your guides are, it matters the guidance they give you. Okay. Once you start listening to them and they have that trust factor, they'll then reveal themselves to you. Okay.
You know
Thank you.
what's crazy, Indigo? You pull a card. You see what's coming up for her. I'm
Yeah.
getting between the 2nd and the 4th. And then for some reason, I looked on the card that I pulled for her, and it has a 13 on here. And Spirit said, add the numbers together. So you pull a card with 23, and I pull a card with 1 and 3. And Spirit is saying, add them together. Like something significant is coming up for her between the 2nd to the 4th. Between
Mm.
the 2nd of next month to the 4th. So just go ahead and, as Indigo says, just trust. The journey of 1,000 miles, it begins with the first step, and you just have to have the courage to take the first step. And I'll tell you this, you see, the universe, you see, once you take that first step, the universe just wants you to begin. It just wants to see you have
Mm.
that forward momentum. Just take that first step, and once you take the first step, you're going to be amazed how it starts to open up stairs and doors and windows. And if you can't go through a door, it's going to even open up a window for you, but it's going to open up so many avenues, so many opportunities for you. All right,
And
hon? So
and the
just
thing
do it.
is, like, I'm really passionate about this discussion of guides because there's so many people who will come to a reader saying, "Tell me who my guides are."
Sometimes
I
I don't
won't
even know who mine are.
I won't actually do that. I won't actually do that. I will quite happily show you how you can connect to your guides and find out who your guides are. I don't
Sometimes
actually feel it's important. But if you have a loved one that you knew on earth, that you trusted on earth, like I have with my Hazel, just ask them, would they kindly support you in your spirit work? Because the more you trust what you're receiving, the less you go into the human mind, and then your readings become further depth because you're not going into that analytical, this doesn't make sense mind. Because believe me, most of what me and Lois say sounds like gibberish to one
you
person, but the person we're speaking to, it makes complete and utter sense.
you
So
talk about
it is
gibberish.
important. Yeah.
I'm a highlight a comment on the screen. Everyone's talking about that reading I was doing that live yesterday, and I'm gonna take a minute or two and just talk about this, and I'm gonna highlight something on the screen.
Mm.
So when you're reading, you have to just go with what you see.
Mm.
Yesterday I was doing a reading, and this lady, I can say her name, it's Brittany. She's on my group, Brittany Montgomery. And she came on and she wanted a reading, and I pulled two cards for her. And when I shuffled, and the card fell out immediately. I saw a lady with her hands out like this, and she had this wildfire going behind her. She was like running from the fire until until it's like she and the fire merged into one, and they became one. And then with the fire started to turn into the shape like of a bird, of a phoenix, and she
Mm.
started going up. And some people would think that crazy to say it. And immediately I said to her, this is what I'm seeing. This is what the images that I'm seeing in my head, like this is what's going on. But the person at the same time was trying to tell me that she's okay, and the bird, she was showing me that she's free like a bird. You know how shocked I was, Indigo, when the lady who I was reading for said to me that it's sad to say this, but her mom died in a fire a couple of weeks ago.
Mm.
And she showed me, like, and she came on here and she wanted,
Yeah.
like, confirmation from her mom. And at the end of it, I said to her, she was asking me, ask my mom for a sign. And when she said that, the first thing I saw a white dove. But then mom showed me a white dove, then she changed it. Then she kept saying to me, Freya, Freya. Then she said to me, Valkyries. And when she said Valkyries, I understand she was talking about like a raven or something. I told her the sign is going to be a blackbird. There was somebody else on the live who commented and said, yes, they saw birds for her too.
Yeah.
So it's just so
No,
crazy.
it's
Like,
amazing.
the images, when you're reading as a reader, you have to just, whatever you see in your mind's eye, it may sound crazy, it may sound
Yeah,
out
and
of this world.
don't try and change it because
Yeah,
you're
don't try and
presented
change
it
it.
in the way that is going to. And if it doesn't make sense now, believe me, I've been the receiver and I've also been the giver of readings that people have gone, wow, that makes no sense whatsoever. And then a year later, myself, my home, I went to a mediumship demo and someone said everything about my home. This was 7 years or so ago. Made no sense at that time. That has all come true, including me driving a red car, including me having a partner to put me through my driving test. I didn't have any of those things at the time I had the reading, but they are the most prominent changes in my life, and even my house with the brand new wooden fence and the brand new front door keys. I always wanted an old cottage, but I ended up in a brand new house. So yeah,
You,
it's amazing. But
you
I
know,
do like to say that just is intelligent, and
it is. And I'll
don't
tell you,
don't double guess it. It's not
and
worth it.
it is. While Indigo
Yeah,
is choosing someone else to read, I'm gonna relay another story from my life to
yeah.
show you how spirit works, and just how things are planned out. So when I'm Jamaican. All of you know that I was born and raised in
Mm.
Jamaica. I moved to the US 2016. I'm 37 now, so I'm just giving you my age to give you an idea of to explain this story. So when I was 15, 16, for 3 months straight, I kept having a dream that But it was crazy. It was like in the Civil War era of America. But I was married to a white man, and I was living in the South, and we had a son. And you know what's crazy? Coming here and ending up with my hobby, ending up with him, and realizing that all the things I saw in the dream, we went places. You see where his family has some property in rural Louisiana, and the property is what I saw in my dream. And I kept having that dream consistently for 3 months. Like I would go to sleep, and every night I had the same dream, the same dream, the same dream, consistently. And it even helped me. Like when I came to the US, when I moved there, like after me and him got together about a year after, I went to bed one night again. But the dream would always end at one place. It would always be this consistent dream. Like, a few things would vary, but it was the same dream. About a year after we moved in together, I had a dream. And then the dream is like the continuation of the dream. I know it's crazy. I always had a fear of water. I always had a fear of water. And that dream showed me why. Because there was a pond on the property, and I drowned in the pond. And it's so funny. Even things like that he has said to me no are questions from back then, because in the dream, he was the one who found me, and he kept saying, why this had to happen. And you know what? That sense of abandonment is still happening in our relationship. Like, that was something he and I had to come together in this lifetime to work out. So it's just so funny when you get dreams, when you get things like that, you never know. And how could I have known at that time, 15 years old? I never ever thought of traveling. And I was from a poor family. I never even thought of even being able to go on a plane to travel. And look at it, 17 years down the road, the dream came true. 17 years after having that dream, it came true. So you never know, guys. You never know.
So we've got someone who's marked as Facebook user saying they're empath, medium, and psychic, and saying things don't make sense. I think you're absolutely right. It's just really important that you receive what you receive. And sometimes it's about allowing. And sometimes I was talking to a friend yesterday, actually, about, 2 days ago, someone I'm training one-to-one with mediumship. And I said to her, like, the most prominent evidence I ever had so far in my mind, I'm sure there's to other people it means more, was I gave a number on a live mediumship event. And at the time, the number wasn't taken. It was a massive long number. I think it was 10 digits. And the lady said, I was like, could you take it away, please, and let me know if you can find it. It wasn't a telephone number. It didn't fit in a telephone number. It wasn't a house number, didn't fit. And she contacted me about a week later and discovered that it was the number on her dad's identity bracelet at the hospital when he died in hospital. And those moments are just like, wow, because that's given her the reassurance. And it's just incredible, because how could I even know that number? But it's nothing to do with us as readers. It's to do with the message coming through and just relaying it. And me not thinking at that time, and I'm sure Loy has the same situation in her own work, am I looking a complete idiot reeling off a 10 number? I'm just giving it. And
some of the times, some of the times, one for me, I have two. One for me is, you see, anytime I'm using either my Moonology deck, this deck, or this deck, and even yesterday, people who are here on the live can attest to that. Every card I pulled, if I pull a card and it says Aries, the person would comment, oh, that's my sign. I pull a card that says Aquarius, somebody would say that. Like, that always happens with me. Like, I'll pull a card, especially when I'm using these, and it's either their sun sign, their moon sign, or their rising sign. It always comes up. And for me, even with like the mediumship, when I see things, I remember sitting here one day and doing a reading and saying to the lady about being in a it's like I was taken back to, I can't tell, it's a couple thousand years, because it was during the American Indians time, with the tribes thing, when they would sit in the sweat box thingy, and they took me in there, and I tasted the tobacco. And when I started explaining to the lady was, oh my Lord. When I described who I was seeing, it's her spirit guide. She already knew her spirit guide. And when I described the person who was talking to me, was telling me, listen. And they had me sitting in there and telling me, tell her that this is what she needs to do. And the lady was saying that she's been seeing that it's been coming up, her guide been telling her, but she's been ignoring it.
Well, so, there you go. You can't ignore it. If you ignore it, you might as well not be doing it.
All right, so
But
we have a
anyway,
couple of
I would like a witch emoji, please. Seeing as
no,
I've
hold
got my
on,
witch's
Indigo. We
hat
have
on.
donations. We have
Oh,
2
do we?
donations
Do
so
we have
far.
donations? Okay, sorry.
So we have
Apologies.
Lisa.
Hi,
We have
Lisa.
and then we have Leah Chaos.
Hi, Lisa.
So
How you keeping, my love? All right, so probably going to be donation readings from now on. Then we'll see what's going on. We'll see how
yeah, we're
things
gonna
go.
knock those
Okay.
out and then we move on. All right, so Lisa, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull you 1 card each from each of my moon decks because I have my 3 moon decks on here. All right, so messages for Lisa.
Ooh. Can you hear the wind? It's like Kansas here. It really is. It feels like my building's gonna go. It's so horrible. I don't like it.
I wonder, Lisa, let me pull from this deck too before I start reading. Wow.
And Facebook user saying about kryptonite spirit. Absolutely. Logic needs to be put away.
Yeah, because you don't read from your left side of your brain. That's the thing, guys. The left side of the brain is analytical, it's a logical side. Yeah. Reading, your psychic abilities, they come through the right side, the creative side. That is why when you're reading most times, the things, it won't make sense to the logical mind because the logical mind will be telling you, but that can't be right, that can't make sense. But the creative mind is telling you, listen, it's a spirit world, this is going on. So what we have to do is try to not be too analytical, not let logic take over too much because logic doesn't believe in what we do.
Thank you for donating.
All right, so
and thank you to everyone who's watching and just hanging out. It's lovely to be here.
Guys, I will say this on here. I forgot to put it in my comments. Cledons. You may not get a reading, but you may get an innocent oracle. And Cledons is a word from ancient Greece. That was where people would pray to Apollo, Jupiter. And then once they pray to Apollo, Jupiter, they would go walk about in the marketplace, wherever, and just listen for people to say things as an answer to whatever they prayed about. So you may be here, you may not get a reading, but you may hear somebody's reading and it resonates so much with you and you're like, wow, this is the message I needed to know. That is how brilliant spirit and the universe is. Okay. All right. So
just really, really quickly, because I just wanted to put my little word in. You guys talking about left side of the brain. I always feel that I read from outside of me, so it's really interesting you're saying that. I just thought I'd say that, but anyway, you keep going. Keep going.
All right. So, Lisa, a new start is coming up here for you, and I'm not sure if you were thinking about love, but I'm getting a lot of love energy around here. And the fact that you have 2 Cancer cards, and this is crazy. These 3 cards fell out my deck all at once for you. So here you have this new beginning here. This, oh geez, this Sun in Aries. Now this deck, before I read further, I'll explain to you. The moon, my zodiac moon deck, which is what these 3 cards are from. It has sun cards, which are action cards. So it's an action you need to do. You have moon cards, which is your emotions, which is your soul telling you, internally what's going on. And then you have eclipse cards, which are changes. These changes are not if nor but nor maybe. These changes are happening. Like with these changes, it's like you're going one direction and then you start going the other direction. Life gives you a change. The eclipse cards in this deck would be like a tower moment. No. This card here, the Sun in Aries, is telling you that a new start is coming, new beginnings. And these dolphins here, you see how you have these dolphins? For some reason, I'm feeling love. I'm feeling like a new start in love. I'm feeling like there has been things going on emotionally with you, with your family, and things haven't been always, balanced, but there's a balance coming in. You have this moon card in Cancer. You have the moon in Cancer here. Now, this has the word belonging on here, a sensitive, introspective phase. This is asking you to really go within. Don't run from your feelings. Feel your feelings. You know, whatever is coming up right now is coming up for you to deal with it. And you can't move on into this new start, into this new stage, unless you work through and you feel your feelings. Then you have this card here, acceptance, eclipse in Cancer, acceptance. And an eclipse in Cancer is a new start. It goes so well with this, a new start. And it's saying, you know, I'm here in the serenity prayer for you. Accept the things that you can change and also accept the things that you cannot change. Like, realize that you can only change you. You cannot control anything outside of you. Nothing outside of you, you have control over. And here on the top, it says an emotional phase or a domestic development. So just telling you that in terms of your domestic life, in terms of your home life, there are changes coming. A new start is coming for you. Then, to show you how crazy this is, look at this again. Here now you have the new moon in Libra. Libra is about balance, and it tells a new romantic cycle begins. So this is telling you that whatever has been going on in your emotional, in your romantic world, you know, the topsy-turvy, things are about to get leveled out. Things are about to get smoothed out. A new start is coming. New moons represent new starts. So this new moon here is definitely telling you that the scales are about to be balanced. A new start is coming in your romantic life. Then I'm going to end you with the full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is about being stubborn. So there is something that you are being stubborn about, and Spirit is telling you, hey, wake up, take a reality check, see things for what they are. That's why you have this acceptance card here. This acceptance card, it goes with this. There are things that you need to accept. On this card, it says, take a reality check. So it's telling you to not be so stubborn, not be so, you know, fixed and set in your ways of, this is what I want and this is how I want it to be. Remember, they say we plan and God wipes out. So we may make a plan and we may have a plan like, you know, this is what I want. This is what I want. But sometimes what you want is not the best thing for you. A lot of times the things that we really want inside, it is not just the best things for us. So this is telling you, hey, take a reality check. Take a step back from the situation. See things with fresh eyes. Like, you know, release what needs to be released. A full moon is about releasing. Full moons are about letting go. So what this message here is really asking you to accept the things that you can. Whatever you can accept, accept it. And at times it may be hard. Yes, I get that. It may hurt your heart. It may be very, very hard. So are you seeing this, Indigo? You see, I told you about the cards.
Yeah.
Look at what she's saying.
Oh, is that Lisa, is it?
Yeah, my husband is an Aries. My mom was a Cancer. I tell you, these things happen. These things happen. So this is just telling you that take a reality check. See things for what they are. Accept the things that you can. Whatever you can't change, you have to just accept it as it is what it is, but also make changes within yourself. So realize that you can only change you. Then you have this sense of belonging. So I'm getting that, you know, there's something going on where your soul wants to belong. You want to have this feeling of a complete home. You want to have this feeling of belonging, of, you know, of being loved. It's all going to happen, hon, but you have to let the fluff go. You know, and remember that you can't fashion a relationship after society. After society's what society says a perfect relationship is. You have a perfect relationship is what you make it to be, how you see it, how you make it. So you just have to do that. But know that this new start is coming. And the fact that there is somebody in spirit guiding you too, because here you have these two dolphins, and this represents the two different color dolphins. As you can see, there are three dolphins here. Two have the same color. One has a different color. So I'm feeling like this is you and your spouse, and this is somebody in spirit that's watching over you. Because you see how close up to the sun they are? So this person is no longer in this realm. This person is in the spirit world trying to guide the both of you. That's what I have for you.
Superb. So I'm going to go into the cosmic reading cards for Lisa. Lisa. All right, so the first one we got is cosmic consciousness. So there's very much an understanding right now of the connection of everything. I have done some work with Lisa one-to-one. So over the many years that we've known each other now, possibly 2, I don't really know, but it feels like a lifetime, doesn't it, Lisa? What I want to say though is this heart chakra here and the connection of the crown chakra is really aligning you very well. And there is a need to sit in stillness. Now, within the background, I don't know whether you can hear it. It sounds like my building's falling apart. I do apologize. It keeps distracting me. But within the background, you've got this like an ant in the background, and we can learn so much from nature. Nature teaches us. Ants themselves work as a pack, especially one of the most incredible ants, which is the leafcutter ant, which I believe is in the Amazon. I believe, might be wrong. But if you watch the leafcutter ants, they all cut little bits of the leaf and they all take them along and they pass it miles and miles in some cases because they all work together. So the cosmic connection, Lisa, is saying about whatever you're going through, no one, there's other people around you that are feeling in that similar ilk, which I know you already know, but it's just to reaffirm it. But also there's a consciousness that want to connect with you. There's friends who want to support you through this. Don't hide in those shadows. Allow your friends to help you through it. Now, nicely, the number on the top of the card is the 11. So shortly you're going to start seeing more of 1111 and really feel like you're on your right path. Maybe it's just been for a while you've been going down a path that wasn't quite suiting you, and now you feel that you're really getting what you're looking into and feeling some sense of understanding and achievement. For you, it's hugely important to understand things you're learning or to understand things people are saying rather than just listen and let it soak in. That's important to you. Your second card you have is, oh, that's rather nice, Mother Earth. Isn't that gorgeous? So we've got a hand here. We got the earth inside the hand, and we got this face that you can see as you look into the card more. It's very much saying to you about your connection with not only your mother, being a mother, and something recently. I know you've had a bereavement, so I'm being honest here about my knowledge, but I feel that it's given you a bit of a life review. It's given you like a chance to say, am I stuck? Or am I really much more freer than I think I am? There's a
Take a
real
reality check.
there's a real thing going on with what's true to you right now is important. But I also want to say that there is an inner child of yours which is feeling very lost, very lonely, very confused to what's going on. And the 22 there, bringing in the number of 4, which is to do with stability. It's really important and focus on the fact you have a stable foundation of what you want to do. But I do want to say travel is important, not necessarily to America. I feel you've done that for a little while, but I do feel I want to give you somewhere to just go and relax and really unwind and really allow yourself the process of grieving without concerning who you're with and what you're doing. Just enjoying relaxing somewhere, but allowing yourself to decompress is important. We've got Be Still. I love this card. Be Still, which is the number 5. So the number 5 for me is representing the pentacle, which is not only abundance, but it's also showing the four elements in spirit as well, depending on how you want to see your pentacle. The 5 is saying about being still. So this is something that you need to do to develop your sensitivity to spirit. You really need to know your own energy. You need to know when your hairs are moving. You need to know when something in your ear is making sound, bearing in mind the cochlea and all the parts in your ear are what translates the vibrations. It's very you need to have that sensitivity, and I feel that's really apparent here. But this feeling of slowing down, which you have done, but not slowing down to a halt. We don't want you to slow down to a halt, right? And your last card for me, darling, which we've already said once this week between us, is surrender, is hugely important. Now, your 31 at the top again is equaling your 4. So it's saying to you, you have that stability, you have that foundation of everything's good. It's now time to surrender and allow life to unravel. when we try and hold on to things so strong. Now, I know me and Lloyd both love storytelling, so I'm going to say to you, read The Little Prince, because The Little Prince has got a story within it where there's a dome, a glass dome over a flower that he's looking after, and this flower needs this dome to survive because the atmosphere of the planet. And there's a point where the flower says, but I want to be free, I want to experience what's around me. And he takes the dome off, and the flower does perish, but in the moment of whatever you want to say that time is of that moment, the flower is enjoying the fresh air. And that's what I want to give to you as a story. Please read The Little Prince. It's amazing philosophy. It's very short, and it will change all your lives. It's amazing. All right. Thank you very, very much for being here. And surrender, letting go, allow the tears to fall,
Acceptance.
allow things to change. Change is inevitable. My husband taught me that when we got together. I never used to like change, and now I don't really like not change. I've flipped it upside down. But yeah, lots of love there, darling. And I really want to say to you, the lady in the white nightie, she's always around. You know she is. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, so
Thank you very much.
we have two more left. Oh, Indigo, did you notice too that she got two master numbers? So she had 11 and she had 22. Those are master numbers as well. And the 11 and the 22, especially the 11, the 1 1, I see that as a union number. I see that as things coming together, new starts. The same thing with the 22 too. And she said Aunt is her husband's nickname.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
All righty, so
Thank
we
you.
move on to Lori Blumenstock. I'm gonna leave
Thank you.
Leah until we do Lori because Leah said she had to step away for a meeting. She's gonna be back in about 10,
That's
15
fine. I
minutes.
was going to say I'm quite happy. I'm not picking my daughter up today, so we can keep going, but I can't go past the donations. So if you want to donate, guys, please do. We could probably do a couple more, but I really can't go past that because I've got sewing. Liz, are you here? Let me know if you're here.
All right,
Liz,
so
are you here?
Lori, messages for Lori Blumenstock.
Thank
What
you.
do we need
Thank
to
you for
tell Lori?
supporting us, folks. We're both self-employed. We're both guided and loved with spirit and in love with spirit, or whatever you want to call it, enamored. We love what we do. Thank you.
Yep, I definitely do. All right, so Lori, messages for Lori. There's a bit of confusion going on in your head because I'm shuffling the cards for you, and when I'm trying to flip them into each other, they keep like just bouncing off the edges. Like it's almost like they're not going the way I want to go. They keep getting mixed up and confused. So there's a little bit of confusion about a certain situation going on in your head. That's the first message. That's the first message I have for you. All right. So, oh, Lori, these cards are popping for you today. All righties. Ooh, come on, behave. All right, so Lori, the first card I have here for you, it's the Moon in Aquarius, free spirit. Your spirit desires to be free. See, I have this card here. So on the Moon card, it's your emotions. It's what's going on inside of you. Aquarius is the free spirit sign of all the zodiac. Aquarius is like the maverick. It's like the free thinkers, the revolutionaries. Aquarius is that sign where they don't want to be held down. They don't want to be held back. They want to be free. They want to have that sense of freedom, freedom to travel, freedom to do what they want to do. Like, they don't want to feel restricted in any way. So you see an Aquarius being in a relationship, they have that person, like whoever they're with, they have to understand them. They have to understand that, there are times when they'll just disappear. There are times when, they can't be contacted. There are times when it's just like they just want to be free. They want to explore. And Aquarius don't like making plans either. They like spontaneous things. And all of this is what I'm getting up coming up with you. Like, this card is telling you that the inner child, there's a little child inside of you that longs to be free. She longs to do this. Like, She longs for you to get to the point where you make a certain decision so she can throw her hands up and says, yes, I am free. I am free to explore. I am free to be me. That is all that this card is telling you. And here it says your inner wild child awakened. So your inner wild child, she's coming up and she's coming out and she's telling you, there are situations around you, conditions around you that you just need to let go of. Then I'm gonna hit you with this one now. Here you have the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So this situation that you've been in, it has felt comfortable for the past couple of years. But you know what? You have grown. You have grown, and right now what you're facing is birthing pains because your soul wants something else. You have outgrown the situation. You have totally outgrown this. There's nothing here more for you, and that is why this North Node card is coming up and it's telling you, hey, step out of your comfort zone. Glory isn't found in your comfort zone. The success that you want, you see this. You can't be free in your comfort zone. You can't be a free spirit in your comfort zone. It doesn't work. Being a free spirit, it requires you to step outside the box. It requires you to think outside the box. It requires you to not be a circle trying to fit in a square peg. So just go ahead and follow the guidance here. Step out of your comfort zone. Leave your comfort zone behind. You never know, there's so much ahead of you waiting for you, but you're keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself stuck in this comfort zone. It's almost like you're saying, but I don't know what I'm gonna do if I get out of this situation. What will happen? How will this go? How will that go? Like, there are so many concerns going on. Just leave them up to the universe. If you see in life, guys, if a change isn't needed, it doesn't happen. It doesn't come along. Changes come along when there's a need for change. And it's all about growth. At times, I know we may meet people and we may be with people and, we may be with them 10, 15 years. And then when the 16th year comes, something happens. It's like something snaps in us. And you just feel like, it's almost like you've outgrown that person. I know that it hurts. And I know sometimes the other party won't understand it, but you have to honor your soul. You have to honor your soul. And I'll tell you something. I don't know how many of you on here follow the Conscious Empath, Jamie Bates. Yesterday, I read her story. And when I read her story, I was like, wow. She's married, but it's not a traditional marriage. They agreed to stay married for 50 years and they can renegotiate the contract at any point in time. If any of them feel like, spiritually they have grown apart or there are things they may need to redo. And I really like that because they entered into a conscious connection, which is more of what we want. They still death do us part. I don't know who came up with that, but a lot of times people stay in unhappy situations because we go say, till death do us part. And we don't know what plan spirit has in store for us. We don't know. So spirit you can be, and remember, everybody that we meet, everyone that comes along in our life, they come along for a reason and for a season. Some people stay a lifetime, some people don't. And remember too, it's all about soul contracts. If you made a soul contract to be with somebody for 15 years, when that 16 year comes, you're going to be, the angst is going to start. You're going to start feeling like you need to go because guess what? You're just honoring your soul contract. So this is telling you, honor your contracts. Your soul is longing to be free. Let your soul be free. And hold on. Let me get you one more card. Oops, I want one more card. 5 fell out. I don't want to work with 5.
There's always a way, isn't it?
You have, so I'm going to use 2 of the cards that fell out, and it's so crazy. You have Gemini. So this is your mind is heeing and hawing. These 2 Gemini cards here are telling me that it's almost like you know what you need to do, but you keep going back and forth. And that's the thing with Gemini. Remember, Gemini is the twins. So it's almost like, I don't want to say twin personality, but there's a lot of if and but. Should I go or should I stay? Heeing and hawing going on here. It's time to come to a decision. It is time to come to a decision. So Spirit is telling you that you need to clear your mind. You need to sit and meditate so that your mind can be clear. Like, step back from the situation for a little bit, clear your mind, and then you will be able to go ahead and make that decision that you need to make. I read colors too, so I'm gonna show you this. This is so crazy. Transformation is going on for you. I'm gonna try to hold the cards up in 2 hands. Look at the predominant colors. You see the colors here? You have a little bit of purple with a little bit of blue. You have a purple card. You have all more, a lot of purple over here again. A transformation is going on. Changes are happening in your life, but you just need to believe in yourself, and you just need to believe that, you know what, I'm gonna be all right. I trust the universe. I'm gonna be taken care of. That's what I have for you, Lori.
Lovely. What's the lady's name? Laurie.
Lori Blumenstock. And
Laurie
she's a
Bloom.
Gemini. This is crazy. Look at this, Indigo. You see, I tell you about this deck. And she says, Lord, I keep having you read for me, thinking you will say something different. But it is always the same.
That doesn't work. You gotta change it. You gotta change it.
And she's a
Awaken.
Gemini. Wow.
Now this is quite interesting because I get quite triggered by the whole discussion of being awoken and awakened, because actually I think that we have so many different levels of self-alertness, let's put it that way. I remember very much being of the mind. I'm not going to express what I was of the mind of, but I was of the mind of life is in a certain way, and that was part of one of my spiritual journeys. And now I'm at a different place with my spiritual journey. I definitely was at one point talking about ghosts being spirits. Now I don't. I see ghosts and spirits as separate. So there's so many things we go into a translation of change within ourselves, within our mind, within our experience, within what we experience. And I feel that there's a little bit of a trickiness around here with what you truly believe and what you truly feel, right? You always have to go with your own experience. Us humans are designed to have first-hand evidence. We're designed to make our own decisions on things, our own feelings on things. Because someone else says something is true, it might not be true to you because it's how you perceive your universe. That's important to say. But the number one is here, and number one is about your soul journey that I know Loy was going into, saying that the needing of finding yourself, of really understanding who you are. Within this, we've got a lot of color, we've got a lot of light. So I feel that color is important. I know Loy said about the
Look at
colors
the
within
words.
her
Indigo,
card as
we drew
well.
cards with the same words. My card has your inner wild child awakens and you have awakened. That is not a coincidence,
Wonderful.
hon.
No, there's never coincidence. It's wonderful, isn't it? But it is saying that you have been sleeping. But when it says you have been sleeping, it's about connection to yourself. People always sort of looking for this connection to spirit outside of them. Actually, we're humans with spirit within us. And sometimes the biggest connection, the biggest guidance you can have is refinding yourself, finding what your passions are in life, finding maybe you've got a new color. I used to wear black all the time. I'm wearing black today. It's quite unusual now, but it's like when we find something new that we feel really attached to, really passionate about, that's when the growth that Loy was mentioning starts happening, because you're not in that phase where you're feeling like you're on that conveyor belt anymore. And I think that's really important. Your second one we've got is the sacred journey. Now, this is to do with dream time. Aboriginal dream time, they have all these wonderful colors and wonderful patterns and the rainbow serpent. But within this, the sacred journey is really about this piece here is portraying the mind, and this piece here is portraying the center of you. It's about reconnecting, bringing your cortisol down, bringing your stress hormone down, calming yourself down. All right, there's something about your womanhood, there's something about possibly the time of the month, or being a woman that's very stressful and makes you quite frustrated, but you need to calm that down. That's really important in here. The sacred journey is within in this experience. Compassion is hugely important, but compassion to yourself. Sometimes we can feel like, but why didn't I learn this before? Or why didn't I know this before? Or I've been living like this. Let go of what was before. Even a minute before we were talking, even this last second, let go of it. Sit in compassion to yourself, sit in compassion to others. Consider we don't know people's story. Now, in the background of this, you can see there's all sorts of symbols and signs in the background, and it's like there's so much we need to learn through our journey. And even myself, I've gone through some difficult phases of my life, but if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be talking to you, which is an absolute blessing. So don't beat yourself up about the past. This is about looking forward to the future. This is about creating, not recreating you, but really crafting you into who you really choose to be, not other people choose you to be. Okay. And then the last one we've got for you, which is really beautiful, is intuition. Now, this for me is very much showing an eye. It's showing the eyes are the window to the soul. There's something you're not trusting in someone. You know it by the eyes, all right? You know it by the eyes. That's all they're going to say to you. The number 18 is on here. So I do know this is around someone who has got a birthday in August. I'm not sure whether it's the 1st of August. I'm not quite certain of that, but the August month is definitely being drawn to me. What else have we got here? Okay. I also want to bring to you Doctor Who. I don't know why. I'm going to give it to you, but maybe you want to time travel. I tell you, you can time travel when you do mediumship and when you also do meditation. You can go anywhere. All right. It's about escapism. It's about reconnecting with what you want out of life, not accepting what's been landed on your plate. Make it different, make it better, make that change, and then your readings will change. All right. Lots of love. Bye bye. All
And
right.
quickly, I'm gonna just give you this before you go. The fact that you have these two Gemini cards, and while Indigo was reading, I was looking at them, and I realized something. I realized a theme. You have the last quarter moon in Gemini. The last quarter moon, this is telling you, this last quarter moon here, it is telling you, let go. You need to, there are things that you need to let go. And then you have the new moon in Gemini. So basically, you have a card telling you, let go for a new start. A new start is coming, but it cannot happen until you let go of that which you need to let go of. All right, hon? That's what I have for you. We have another donation, Indigo. So we are going
Lovely.
to read for her until Leah comes back. Leah Klepas or Leah Claire, something like that. Sorry, guys, I butcher names. Please don't. I butcher names, so please just bear with me. All right, so now we have
People keep
Amy.
calling me my full name this week, and obviously I don't mind my friends doing it. But when I was at a demo on the weekend, and they're like, "And let's introduce Indigo Amy Packman," and I was like, "That's not me. I'm Indigo." It's like, it's so weird, isn't it? Names. But I think names do have a resonance, and I don't want to be a long-winded name. I just want to be Indigo. So I just said, "Hello, it's nice to meet you. You can call me Indigo."
All right, so we are pulling cards now
For
for
Amy. Thank you,
Amy.
Amy. It's a good name, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. All right, so
My
messages
birth
for
name,
Amy.
Amy.
I feel like I need to, hold on, guys. I feel like I need to pass my deck.
I'm going to be a little bit of a hussy. I need some lipstick. My lips are feeling so dry. Excuse me. This is why you need one of these microphones, because they're shiny enough to use. Shiny enough to use as a mirror.
All right, so messages for Amy. Come through, Spirit. Tell me what Amy needs to know.
Brilliant microphone, actually. I can't
What
rate
messages
it
are
higher.
here for Amy?
Got makeup all over it.
Amy, as soon as I started shuffling for you, I started hearing this song. I'm feeling like you're longing for peace. There's a situation going on around you, Amy, where you are longing for peace. And I started hearing the song playing in my head. There will be peace. There will be peace in the valley for me. I started hearing that song playing, like there will be peace. It's a song I know from my childhood. I don't remember all of it, but the line, the stanza or the line that says, there will be peace. There will be peace in the valley for me. No more crying, no more tears. There will be peace. There will be peace in the valley for me. I keep hearing that playing over and over and over for you. So I don't know if that resonates with you. Let me know. All right, so messages for Amy. What does she need to know? Wow.
Mm.
Alrighty. See, I told, well, I said, I was telling you that what I was feeling, and it's so crazy. The first card, even before I pulled the card, this came with this. Even before I pulled the card, I heard the song, and then I got this card. And this is the moon in Libra, and it says love. And you can see it's all about love. You see all these wonderful pink energies, this pink color here. It says to bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. Now, Libra is a sign of balance. So this is telling you that balance needs to be in your life. Your life needs to be in balance. It's telling you to, do things that are going to bring your world into balance. Your inner world is in turmoil, hon. There's so much turmoil going on in your inner world. And what we have to understand is that in life, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So there is turmoil going on within you. It is going to show up in your outer world. And there is turmoil because here you have this Gemini card. The last quarter moon in Gemini, just the same card the lady got before. There's things that need to let go. And here you have it says, clear your mind. Sit and really, really get in a meditative space, ask your guides for answers. But this card also represents the yin and the yang of the mind, like one person with like two sides to something, duality. So you may be having up and down feelings, like 1 minute you're happy, the next minute you're sad, like you may be going like your life may be like this. But this card is here to tell you balance your inner world. And you have to start, remember, in order to change your outer world, no matter what is going on, whether in your home, in your love life, in your family, it starts with you. The change starts with you. You can't change another person. You change you. You balance you. So you see, if you want peace reflected in your world, you balance your inner world. You bring peace to your inner world. And I tell you, peace doesn't mean that things won't happen around you. Peace doesn't mean that you're going to have a peaceful life. You're just going to be ooh, singing and just going through life. It means that when the troubles come, those troubles don't disrupt your inner world. You are in peace regardless of what's going on outside. And that is what that is asking you. Then you finish with the new moon. A new start is coming. That is what this is telling you, a blank slate. You know what a new moon does? A new moon is a blank slate for us to start over. A new moon is, it brings fresh energies, new starts. And this is what this is telling you. Whatever has been going on, a new start is coming. But to get that new start, you have to balance your world. You have to bring your world into balance. You have to let go. You have to clear your mind. And when you clear your mind, you know what it means? It's simply telling you to let go of things like there's too much thought process going on up here. The logical side is that your head is fighting with your heart. Your head and your heart are at war. And your head, this is what's happening now. Your head is coming up. When certain things come up, your head is telling you, don't do that. Or remember this person hurt you. Remember you got hurt, while your heart is saying, just be still, my child. Just allow peace, just see things from the eyes of love. And your head very much doesn't want that. Your head is really, really fighting against that. But at the end of the day, a new start is coming. But you have to be brave enough to tackle the demons within. You have to be brave enough to take the bull by the horns. Now, given the fact that this is a full moon, you see this Gemini card here, use this card. We are in a full moon. We are in the phase of letting go. Today is all about letting go. Letting go of the things that doesn't serve us. Today is the day for you to clear your mind. Write it on a piece of paper. The full moon it's gonna be about, where depending on where you are. I know in North America it's going to be about 3:46 in the morning. The full moon is more of the 17th than the 16th, because like I said, depending on where you are. But you know what, go write it on a piece of paper. Bay leaf is good if you have bay leaves. Write whatever you want to let go on a piece of paper. Put all your emotions in there. Put everything you want to let go. And you can burn it over your sink or burn it outside and just let it go. And imagine when you're burning it, it's all the stress just leaving you. And if you want help with that, I actually have a card, a release spell up on the group. It's a $5.55 donation. I'm doing it two parts. I'm doing a group spell for $5.55, and also I'm doing personalized ones, and these can be for card cuttings, it can be for releasing, it can be for letting go. That is something that you can utilize as well. But this is just telling you, clear your mind, bring balance into your world. Like this, like I tell you, this duality here, you need to bring balance to it, bring balance to your world, and a new start will be coming up for you. All right, so
Okay,
I turn you
hello.
over to Indigo.
Right. So Amy. So we've got the lovely Brittany asking about a reading. I think we've only got time for donations now, I'm afraid. So you'll probably have to catch us next week if you want to have a chance of a reading. Obviously, you skip the queue if you want to pay. Both of us are very known and well serviced media psychic medium. So I'm sorry that that is the situation, but I'm sure Loy spent a long time doing many free readings, just as I did, about 2 years as well. So we do need to get food on the table. So I'm sorry about that. Next week, do join us and see if there's a chance to get a free reading. Afraid on my page you don't get anything free, so you want to find us here next week. Okay. All right, so intuition, Amy, is your card, and I know I've just read this with someone else. It's always really interesting when it turns up, but in this situation I actually want to turn this card upside down. Now, it's not only an image of turn the frown upside down, but there's also something they want to show you. So there's some pictures you've taken recently, and I don't know whether, I feel it's by a window, and they're saying to turn the picture upside down, and you'll see as you zoom in something within that reflection that's going to bring you a lot of reassurance, a lot of feeling of I'm not alone. You know, it is true, because there's part of you that's really battling with this. How can this be if this be? And I know I'm not a Christian. I don't mind Christians. I don't mind any faith, but I'm not a Christian. And I remember when there were children in some part of Russia that were killed by terrorists. And I remember thinking, if there's someone looking after us, how on earth can that happen? How on earth can that happen? I still question it. I really do. But what I want to say is that your faith, your belief, your trust, your truth of your world, Amy, is completely personal to you. Really, really personal to you. So I know with this situation, the number 81 has got some relevance. So I want to give you the number 81, or the age 81. I also want to give you the power of the lion, lion. Power of the tiger has come in to give you strength. And it's reminding you of a time, Amy, when you were 30. There's something you haven't dealt with that's come up again with this current bereavement. So there's still something that you've never faced, you've never sort of really looked at what happened and how you felt. And I feel that needs to be some kind of ceremony, some kind of closure on this situation for when you were 30. Okay, this is really important, stepping through that light. And I know that you came out of difficult days with this situation, but it's still lingering. It's something you need to possibly get some counseling support with, but it's definitely something that you need some help with there. Okay. Your next card is integrity. Now, I know your integrity is hugely strong, and we see this bird, and this is effectively how I see Great Spirit. I don't see it as something that is a physical being. I see it more of an energetic pattern, but I see it as an eagle. That's how I perceive it in my mind. With this person, we've got this guide here, and he's got his heart so open, and he's got his third eye so open. And I want to say to you, Amy, whatever you're doing within your own work, make sure you're closing down, because what you can do is you can almost leak your energy and your vitality when you're always open to the world of spirit, when you're always open to receiving messages, always open to experiencing things. We can experience things when we're closed. It really happens. The feathers still arrive, the pennies still arrive for heaven. The words that appear on cars going past us, which are like a message from our loved one, are still there. But they are saying within this card, you can see you've got the butterfly wings in the background. It's all about transformation. It's about accepting and understanding your own variation of transformation. But please know it's a scientific fact. Energy doesn't lie, it transforms. And that's what we are. We are all made of energy. Everything around us, the computers, the wood, the building, the hat, is all consisted of energy. So it's really important to remember that when you're feeling that there is that void that people go to, and, you know, is everything okay? Because I'm here to tell you it is absolutely fine, right? I do want to give you I got a taste of a mint in my mouth, and I know there was a lot of dryness within the mouth because I can feel that as well. But I do want to say that she's still chewing away. She's not chewing away, sucking away. It's not chewing, is it? It's sucking away. So emotions, now I'm going to turn it upside down again because that's how it was presented to me. But it's almost like your cup is running out of emotional energy. There's a need to reset, a need to reboot. The way I do this myself is I go to shamanic camp every year, and I sit and I carve things out of axes, and I make things with my hands. So I want to encourage this, Amy. My battery's very, very near to ending. So if I end, I'm sorry, folks. Have a nice day. But I do need to finish anyway in a moment. But the
We have
emotions,
one
it's about
more.
understanding they're upside down. Oh, we got one more, have we?
And plus
Okay, I
somebody else
might
is
be right.
asking if they, we have Leah still, and Tyler
Oh, is
Hotman is
she
asking if
here?
she can. Leah, no, she donated, but she's not here right now.
Yeah, we might have to do her next week because we're coming up to
Tyler is
halfway.
also asking if she has, if we
Yeah.
have time for a reading for her.
I do. I'll have to go and get my charger. So if you can wait. Well, I'll tell you what, if Loy starts reading for you, I can go and get my charger. It's a bad
All right, so
habit.
go ahead
I've
and
been doing
donate,
work
Tyler.
indoors. So I
I'll
just want to finish
start.
for Amy briefly. So we got the number 12 here, Amy. And for me, this is saying to me that there's a real reality within your world at the moment where you're really not feeling bookends with your partner. It's like you're feeling like you're both living in two different worlds. That is very, very normal for someone with very heavy emotions. I want to say therapy, draw, paint, get some clay out, create things. Create things, whether it's poetry, whether it's songs, whether it's a memorial garden. Being creative will help you through this emotional phase and the cosmic connections. So sitting in the meditation, connecting to the ether, but without expectation. When we have expectation that
I'll
our
be
loved
right
ones
back,
are going to
guys.
talk and we don't receive it, it's very frustrating. I say that Hazel works for me. I say that Hazel is with me often. I feel her. I still don't sit on the sofa and have a chat with her like I used to. It doesn't work like that. So I would say hold very positive expectations around connection with the spirit world, but don't have a thought that it's going to be like they were just here. Okay, because it's a little bit different, but things are changing. There's transformation around you. You're preparing for the summer to be ready to work. Right now is to do with regrouping, rebuilding yourself, and really understanding your own emotions and working with them. Don't hide them, because they'll just explode like a cork from a bottle of champagne. All right. I'm going to leave you lots of love, Amy. I'm going to go get my charger. I'm going to leave Lloyd to start the next person.
Leah
Thank
is
you
back,
very,
so
very much for donating. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm just going to get my charger. Okay. Won't be a moment.
we have two. Leah is back, so I'm gonna start with Leah,
Yeah,
and
you
and
go
then we
for
do
it, Lloyd. I'll come in. I'm fine. I don't have
All
to
right,
go.
so Leah,
I just need to message
we are gonna do. We haven't done your reading as yet because we know you weren't here, and we don't like to do readings when people are not on live. So I am gonna start pulling the cards for you. What messages do we have here for Leah? What does Leah need to know? What is coming up? Leah. Oh, all right, that's coming up. Leah, Did you have a particular what did you want your reading on? I thought you had said, oops. Was there a specific topic that you wanted, Leah, or you just wanted us to pull general cards? I'm pretty sure I had seen you say something, but I don't remember what it was. So just let me know. Okay, you wanted a love. All right, I'm gonna reshuffle because I wasn't shuffling for love. All right, so messages in regards to Leah's love life. What is coming up for Leah? Leah, I'm gonna pull my heart tarot deck out since you want a specific love reading. I'm gonna get my heart tarot deck too. All right, come on. Wow. Ooh. All right, so messages for Leah. Leah. What is going on in her love life? What does she need to know?
I'm back.
I love it when the cards jump out. Alrighty, so Leah, in terms of your love situation here, you have the first card I'm gonna give you. It's this. Oh, I need to change to her. The first card I'm going to give you is this Moon in Cancer card, and Cancer is a sign of the home, it's a sign of the heart. So this is saying that there is a feeling like you're wanting to belong. There's a sense of belonging, like, you know, you want your relationship to be, you want to feel loved. You want to feel like, you know, you belong here, like you belong in this relationship. And like this said, it's a sensitive, introspective phase. This is a phase where you're really going through your feelings, you're really feeling your feelings, you're really trying to figure out, you know, like, what do I really want now, and what does being in a relationship really mean to me? And I'm getting that all the things that you want, they're going to happen. Spirit is really behind the scenes working things, you know, the intricacies of everything is being worked out to bring to you exactly what you want. Then here you have this card. No, this is an action card, and she's a Cancer rising. Wow. So here you have the sun in Scorpio. And I'm a Scorpio. A Scorpio, you know, we are passionate, we are mysterious, we are deep, we are like, this is telling you that a very passionate, intense phase of your life is coming up. I'm hearing sexy times. That is what I'm hearing. So we're just saying that, you know, sexy times are coming up for you. Like, you're going to be able to be and I'm hearing hot too, your hot, sensual you. Like, Spirit is giving you the chance to really step into and embody that sexy, sensual woman. And let me tell you, sexy doesn't mean sex. It doesn't necessarily mean sex, but just that essence, embodying that divine feminine, you know. I'm getting to a receptive stage, get into a stage where you're more yin than yang. You're more receiving, you're more in that divine feminine, and all of that. So we're just saying all of this is coming up, like a very, very passionate phase is coming up for you. But I absolutely love this card. Here you have this. I see this card. This is what the shine, number 19. I think this is 20. I'm trying to remember if this is 20 in the traditional tarot, but here you have the shine card, and it is saying, listen, it is your time to shine. It is your time. Like, this goes so well with the Scorpio card. It is your time to shine. It is your time. You know, all the things that you've worked for, they're about to come true for you. Like your love life, everything is about to, it's about to just gel together, mesh together. But there needs to be some balance. So you have the number 14 card here. There needs to be a bit of balance. And just I told you, you know, there's a lot of, I'm getting a lot of yang energy, a lot of like, you know, give you be more of the giver, you be doing, taking actions. Right now is for you to relax and be receiving. Bring your inner world into balance, like embody that divine feminine energy is what I'm getting for you. I want to pull you some more cards, but I'm going to let Indigo take over for a while.
Okay. What? Who are we working with?
Lisa,
Leia.
Leah Cass.
Yeah, Leia Cass. Yeah, I've got my phone on so I can see your names as well. So I've figured it out. I've figured it out. All right. Well, interestingly, got the same card as the last two people. Oh, I'm throwing away. I'm not throwing away. I'm not throwing away. I do want to say that your intuition is incredibly strong. I also want to say it was really interesting what Loy was saying. Now, this is interesting because I wasn't hearing Loy when I was saying your name, but I'll tell you about it in a minute. Loy was saying about the sensuality and sexuality. Absolutely, it doesn't need to involve two people. It doesn't even need to involve sexual acts. It's about an essence of you. It's about finding your mojo, and we all drop it at some point and then we pull it back. And once you've found that mojo, once you've found that thing that's getting your kundalini energy rising, then it's a great thing, because then we start attracting those that we want to attract in. I feel with your own gut intuition, you tend to know if someone's a good match for you. And I feel, unfortunately, there's
She's
been
just
quite a
gotten
few
engaged.
non-good matches. Hey?
She's just gotten engaged. She wanted a love reading and she's just gotten engaged, she says. So
Ah, I was going to say, you know what's good for you. You know what's good for you. But I know in the past you've had the non-good matches, but you know what's good for you in this moment. I do see there's something about a change of where you're going to live, and I feel this is a major concern. Well, not concern, that's the wrong word. A major thought at the moment is like, do we move into each other's place? Do we live where we're living? Or what do we do? It's just like a what do we do? Where do we live? And I want to say somewhere new is in store. I do feel there's a new job in store as well for your to be husband. So it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Don't panic or worry into it. I feel this is about everything getting better. It's like the more you align in your truth, the more you align you on your truth with your personal strength. I'm not even going to read into that card, and understand your balance of work and life, love and life, all of these things, everything in harmony. We're in a place where there's that you are two halves of a whole, and I just want to say, keep it that way. All right, no pedestaling, because I know that's been a behavior in the past, and I know it's caused you to have I know it's
we
caused
both
you to
got her
have, oh
balance
my gosh,
cards.
exactly the same card. There you go. Mine's 2 and yours is 14, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
So maybe the 14th. Oh, did you get engaged on Valentine's? That's Valentine's, isn't it?
Yeah.
214.
I didn't even think to ask her that. Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. But I just want to say the sign in the background is showing the peace as well. So just sometimes you might think, is this too good to be true? Well, we're here to tell you, no, it's just a match made in heaven. And I don't
We
really
got
do
engaged on the
heaven, but
14th.
it really is. Yeah, there you go. Isn't it amazing? Power of spirit.
And it even has it. Look at it. Even the imagery on the card. It has a man and a
Yeah,
woman coming together in
yeah.
balance.
But that's
Wow.
where it's lovely when we work together, Lloyd. Because if you put your card up a bit further forward, they can see. So it's saying, like in the UK, that wouldn't make sense, but because we're working also with America, the 214 really does make sense on the 14th of the second.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool, isn't it? That's really cool. But it's spirit that's the intelligent one. They're forcing the hand of the cards, and actually, yeah, really, really cool. And the integrity is important, of course. The integrity
And I'm
of
gonna
your
show you something that
relationship.
comes up. This is
Yeah,
crazy. I am show you my card I pulled for that
yeah,
integrity card. You have this master card here. So what this is saying is, somebody like master their feelings, master their. It's like a balance. You see this balance card here. It is
yeah,
saying that a relationship needs equal amounts of intellect and emotion. Don't let one be ahead of the other. Like, deal with this emotion, deal with this relationship, and then intellect where intellect is needed, and emotions where emotions is needed. Wow.
I was going to say the only one thing that I see that could be a little bit difficult within your relationship is your future partner's relationship with his mother. Now, I don't know if she's in spirit on earth, but I know that he's very connected to her, and it might feel a bit like the third person, but you need to speak to him about this when this occurs, okay? It's just part of a marriage, it's part of a relationship. These things happen, all right? Lots of love. Thank you very much.
All right, so I told her that I had wanted to pull some more cards for her, and I got 2 chakra cards for you. So we have the base chakra. You may be worried about your sense of security, and I know that you're thinking about moving and work and all of that. Spirit is saying your base chakra is covered. Your sense of security, like, just put the right energy out there. Just tell yourself that I have the perfect home. I'm gonna tell you some affirmations for yourself. I have the perfect home. I have the perfect job. Like, this card deals with stability. So it's just telling you that you may be feeling like right now things aren't stable, but that stability is coming. You also have the throat chakra card. Now, this throat chakra card is telling you need to speak up. So if there's, your feelings for this person, speak up. And it's not coincidence that Indigo is having throat issues at this time. At the same time, I'm pulling a throat chakra card for you because even my throat is starting to get scratchy. So this is saying talk. You need to express yourselves. The two of you need to really, really talk to each other. Don't hide anything. Be vulnerable. Talk. The two of you need to talk, really talk things out with each other. Always talk about everything. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable because this is your person. This is your person. And the final card, I'm going to just leave you with this real quickly. You have a full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So you see, anything you're being worried about here with this relationship is all going to be balanced. The scales are balanced. The scales are balanced for you. A win-win outcome is forecast. All right? And Indigo, I don't know if you heard, just as you were having your throat issues, I pulled a throat chakra card for her, and my throat started to get scratchy too. And that is about her and this person just really needing to express themselves, really needing to talk to each other, to be vulnerable, to not hold things back. And this means that you're going to talk, even when it's uncomfortable. You and this person, you are going to talk about everything, because the more you talk, the more you bond. And that's what I leave you with.
Okay, well, I'm back to human now.
She's a Virgo Libra cusp, and I pulled her a Libra card.
Wow.
Jeez. So that is for you, Leah. We now move on to, oh, geez.
We have got crazy wins.
I hear it. All right, so now we move. I am happy, Leah, that we're reading resonated with you. Now we move on to Tyler. Tyler, it is your time. The hot seat is now yours.
I think after this I have to finish because I'm losing my throat a bit.
Me too. And I have a coaching session later today.
Yeah, I've got one at 10 o'clock at night as well.
I got to preserve my voice. All right, so Tyler. Are you still here, Tyler? Let us know.
Yeah, I'd love some guidance on relationship if possible. Tyler Hooptman.
Yes. All right, so relationship for Tyler too.
Could you guys show us a bit of love for spirit just by hitting the heart button? It would be really lovely to see. That would be really, really nice, because we do forget to say thank you to our guides, don't we? I mean, we don't, but as an audience, I think people forget to say thank you for their guides.
So she has, it's so funny. For Leah, she had 2 balance cards. She had 2 cards there that told her about balance. Not 3, 2 from me and 1 from you. So just work on that. All right, hon. I know that nothing to worry about. It's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be good. Alrighty. So messages.
Thank you very, very much,
Tyler. Tyler. What messages are here? What does Tyler need to know today? It's so funny. Tyler asked about relationship, and the first card that came out here It has the word love on it. Tyler, there's a bit of confusion going on though, because I'm shuffling these cards and they keep turning crossways, upways, sideways, like they keep just
Don't know which way to turn, does he?
yeah, they don't know which way to turn.
Doesn't know which way to turn. Or does she? Sorry.
All right.
It's a lady. It's a lady.
Ooh.
It's a lady. Mm-hmm.
Let me pull from a heart deck or a heart tarot for Tyler. What does Tyler need to know about her relationship? All right. Too many cards came out here. Hold on, Tyler. Like 5 cards flipped out all at once. Ha! Wow. Alrighty. So, Tyler. And before the first card I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna read for you. You have this refusing to see card. There's somebody that is there's somebody that has basically this helmet over their eyes, and they have their heads down, and they're really, really like refusing to see what is in front of them. It's almost like you see a blue door, and then you want to try to bleach the door and try to make it white, but at the same time, the hint of blue is still there. This is a card that is saying, accept things for what they are, see things for what they are, like by refusing to see, and whoever this is, by refusing to see the reality of what is, you cannot heal, you cannot move on, you cannot move forward until you address the issues that are happening, like until you open your eyes. And I keep saying you, but I'm not necessarily meaning you, like whoever, either you or your husband, somebody needs to open their eyes and accept the reality of what is. The only way you're going to heal, you're going to come together and heal, is if you accept things for what they are. Then you have this healing begins card here. So again, this is telling you that healing can happen. Healing can happen on a deep fundamental level, but it can't happen until you see what needs to be healed. So this is the thing, you can't heal what you don't accept. You can't heal what you can't see. So if there's an issue and either you keep pushing it under the carpet, not bringing it out into the open, not examining the issue, there's no way that it can get healed. But this is telling you healing can happen, but you have to do the work first. Then here you have this fine balance card. So the fact that this is a red card, this is a pentacles card. This balance here is asking you to find a balance between your work life, your social life, and your love life. Like things are out of sync there. I don't know if somebody's working too much. It could be that, one person is working too much, or one person is paying more attention to their social life than their love life. But this is asking you to bring balance into the situation. Find a balance between everything. Then you have 2 balance cards, because here you have balance here, then you have Libra. The moon in Libra, and Libra is another balance card. And see, it has love. It has love right here, and on it says, "Bring peace to your life, and your relationships will flourish." So this relationship, it can change. Things can change. Things can get on a better footing. But as I said before, you have to see the issues. You have to realize that yes, you and this person have to realize that yes, there is an issue. And once the two of you come together and realize there is an issue, then you know what to work on, then you know what to heal. I'm gonna leave you to Indigo for a little while. My throat is like
Lovely. So, Tyler, before Loy started talking, my feeling on this is you keep reminiscing to an old relationship. You keep reminiscing to before you got married, and a relationship which was much more frivolous, possibly more sexy and sassy, but without the commitment. There was a real romance feeling, but no commitment. Whereas this gentleman you're married with now always wanted the commitment, always wanted the home life. And I feel a real affinity with you, because I've got to be completely honest. I think at the age of 45 last year, I eventually settled down. I'm 46 this year, so I'm 45 last year. During the second part of the lockdown was the first time in my life that I liked being at home. I've always run away. I've always gone places, always adventures, don't want to be around. All day I'll be out the house, but now I like being at home. And what I will say is I have a similar situation where I had a partner who was very, very enjoyable to be around. I don't know why my things come out. Very enjoyable to be around, but no commitment whatsoever. Other than I was his girlfriend. So I want to say you're reminiscing to the past. We need to bring you back to the present. So I'm going to bring you back to the present, and I'm going to turn some cards for you as well. So mirrored souls, okay? We reflect what we send out. So when we have that heartfelt connection, it's like sometimes when we meet our partners, they can look so different when we like them. I 90% of my life love my husband. I love my husband all the time, but I 90% like him. Every now and then he pulls a face, and I just think, oh, you're a misery. It's just the way it is. But you can guarantee when I feel that passion for him, when I feel that love within, we reflect it into each other. And it's really important to know that your experience of your world is a reflection of how you're feeling. So I want to take you away from the discussion of the relationship and into the discussion of your personal relationship with yourself, your self-finding relationship. Has something within you, in your energy, in your experience of this life shifted? And maybe you haven't accepted that shift, or maybe you're not feeling comfortable with that shift. I want to say to you that this is about you finding what's making you tick. Then you can realize whether the relationship is bouncing back towards you in a way that you want it, and you're feeling this connection, this wonderful sensation that I call the spark. When my husband kisses me, I see sparks, and I love it. I think it's really playful and fun, but it's easy to lose that. And we lost it for maybe 2 years, if not longer. When my daughter was small, we lost it completely. And we got to a point where things got a bit talking about, everything that was bothering him was coming out towards me, and we almost did part ways. And luckily, in our respect, we talked about it. We sat down and we had a really heavy, very difficult discussion, a lot about behavior, and we had to talk things through. So I really don't want you to feel that you have shifted so much you've left him behind. But equally, I want you to feel into yourself and really know who you are before you're making those big decisions on your relationship. The golden crown has come in here. So this is saying that you've been activating and working with the crown chakra. You've been working with your own spirit work. And this does change us. It does change our makeup. It changes our physical and mental self. But the thing is, it can also very slowly change the experience of the world around us. And even my parents have changed in the way they are towards me and my work. So these things do happen. But most important to you is time out, reassess what you want for you first, and then see if that relationship can still fit within that situation. If it's not aligning with your principles and values, then that's a very difficult thing to continue with. All right, lots and lots of love, and I hope you find the way for yourself. But you're the one who matters, not the relationship. You matter. Okay, the relationship is second. All right. Thank you very much, Tyler. I hope that gave you some reassurance. And
Tyler,
yeah, I mean,
I
yeah.
feel the need to pull you a Romance Angels card.
Mm.
So
I used to have those. I don't have those anymore.
I have like four, probably three or four of the Read Virtues decks. I have Romance
Yeah.
Angels. Huh. Oh my lord. So Tyler, this backs up what Indigo says, release your ex. So it is saying that your ex is still playing a prominent part in your energy field and your husband is feeling it. And remember, we are energetic beings. We don't even have to say things. People pick
Mm.
up on energy. He may not know exactly what he's picking up on, but he is picking up on this. And just like Indigo says, the time has come to clear your energy. So I get that, there may be a sort of comparison going on. You comparing your relationship now to the relationship in the past, but realize that what is in the past is in the past. If it was meant to be, you would be together now. And that person was meant to give you certain experiences, but the time has come to release them. The time has come to let them go. Now, with your relationship, you're being asked to flirt with your husband. You see what you're missing from the other person.
Playful.
Be playful, bring it forward with this person. you know they have a saying sometimes, if you can't, what is it, I'm not saying it's right, but this all saying I used to hear, if you can't have the one you love the one you're with, or something like that. Like, you and your husband are here together. No. Oh, she misses her old relationship. They did break up for a while and she misses. Well, guess what you need to do? Release that energy. You see, stop thinking about the past. I get that you miss it, but the way to bring it back is by doing this. Flirt with this. You start doing it. The things that you miss. All right, for me and my hobby, there are things that I miss that we used to do. And I realized that it took a toll. And I say, you know what? I started to do those things again. I started to, be in a spot where we start talking, we start doing other things. So this is what you have to do. This is telling you, flirt with this person. To bring back the feelings that you once had. Just do little things like get into the Ying energy, get into being sexy and flirting, and eventually it will come back. It will all come back, but it requires work. It requires work.
I actually absolutely swear by the power of touch. Just holding hands
Mm-hmm.
is like connecting a circuit. And even if you've lost, like I've got to be honest, and it's a bit embarrassing, but I probably didn't kiss my husband for months and months on end, let alone hold his hand. We used to walk in the room, walk out the other room because we were just moody. But the thing is, we do affect each other, and like Loy says, you feel the energy. You feel the energy of when you're wanted. You feel the energy, and I think that's why people enjoy me and Loy's show, because we really love what we do. We're completely genuine about what we do, and if you didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't have our viewers here. So thank you. But energy doesn't lie. People can. Energy doesn't lie. All right. Thank you very much. My only ex is my husband. We did break up for a while in college, and I miss our old relationship. Sorry if I misread that, but you can understand where you're going back to the old relationship. What I would say on that is rekindle it. Go back in your mind to some really naughty or really wild time. Rekindle it. Write him a letter saying, "Meet me wherever. Let's go for it." All right. we
Dress
can
up
always
sexy too.
source we can always source it up. We can always stir it up. Me and my husband went raving the other weekend and we loved it. We're old school ravers. We went out dancing for 8 hours non-stop, and then we spent the whole next day just cuddling and just telling each other how much we loved each other, and it was wonderful. But that's what we do to rekindle our relationship. We go dancing. Just
Alrighty,
bring
so
back
we
what
are
you're
gonna
missing.
be wrapping up. Wow, we did a
Yeah.
long show today, 2 hours, nearly 2 hours.
Wow, that's
But it
cool.
was worth it. It was
It's
worth it. I
lovely. It's
really
been a
enjoyed it.
lovely, lovely show
And
after
I guess
3
we
weeks
made
of
up for the
doing it.
weeks we were missing.
Yeah, we did. We certainly did.
Alrighty,
We
guys. So
certainly did.
thank you so much for watching us. Be sure to join us next week at 10 a.m. CDT and 4 p.m. GMT. So I'm in
That's
the
correct.
US, Indigo is in the UK. So we'll see you next week. Namaste, beautiful souls.
Take care. Lots and lots of love. And please know it's not about us messengers, it's always about your message. And if any of you work with spirit, give what you get. All right. Love you lots. See you soon. Thank you.